Alright guys, BLM here, back with more Spider-Man. It's the next day, and we're continuing on, so let's
So
go.
I dredged up some records on Martin Lee's other business holdings. He's
So
got
yeah,
places all over the city.
it's been exactly a day since I last recorded. It's midnight
I'll check him out.
Let me know what you find in each
of,
one, and I'll work
I
on
guess
building a
technically
case.
it's
You got it.
Monday, right? It's funny, like ever since I started working, I've completely lost track of like what the fuck, what day it is and everything.
Say hi
But yeah,
to
it's
May for
Monday.
me. Wait, you don't think she's in danger, do you?
No. Lee's only got one target on his mind.
So yeah,
Norman Osborn.
I'm actually not doing anything tomorrow, so that's nice. I've been pretty busy. I mean, like I've been really busy pretty much every day since last Tuesday, right? But yeah, I was busy. I didn't work today, but I was busy doing other shit today for the most part. And then yeah, tomorrow and Thursday tomorrow and Tuesday I've literally nothing going
Another call
on.
from Doc.
And Wednesday I don't think I'm doing anything until Wednesday night.
I can't pay you yet,
So
but I've pulled enough strings to keep the
yeah.
wolves from the door a bit longer. If we can get up and running, I know this new version of the project will attract investment. Massive investment. Stay ready.
Fingers triple crossed, Doc.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to get more of this done. I would like to get this done by the end of the week, I would say. We'll see though. Who knows? What else do I want to talk about? Yeah, okay, that's something else. I did write the script for my Uncharted video for my other channel. Got that done, but
So if you're
when
running this
doing
place
that,
while Mr.
it kind of
Lee's
made
out
me
town,
want
he's
to
doing your old
replay
job.
the Uncharted games. So I think that might be what
but I
we're
could
going
always
to
use
do
more help.
next. I think that's what
You
we'll
know
head for.
anyone?
Actually,
Is
I
the
do.
Uncharted games.
His
I
name is
still want
Miles
to play Watch
Morales.
Dogs. I still want to
I
get
guess
back
that
to
sounds
Watch Dogs
familiar.
1 and 2.
His father was being honored at City Hall.
Oh,
I talked to him at the funeral.
But I don't know.
He's a smart kid. He's just
But I really want to replay
on a
the
tough
Uncharted
time.
series, so I think that might be
I
what we
knew a
play
boy
next
like
on
that
channel.
once.
Doing a
I
replay of
remember
those.
it helped to stay busy. Might help him too.
But yeah, I haven't played those
Here's
since
his
we
mom's
originally
number.
played it on the channel. Or when I
Nice.
first played it on channel,
give
I
her a
should say.
call.
Back in
Hey, you haven't heard from Mr.
February,
Lee,
I
have
believe,
you?
of
why?
2018.
Just
So
curious.
it's been
I've
a
got
good
few
year and a
minutes
half or
before
so.
work. I'm gonna look around, see if there's anything else I
Almost,
can
yeah,
do to
a
help
year
you
and a
out.
half. So
Oh, you don't have to.
I know.
would like to give those a
want to.
shot again. I was always planning on replaying those games anyway. I was planning on doing it before
I should check out
Last
Lee's
of Us
office.
2 came out, though. But nah, we'll just do it now. I want to play them now. 'Cause again, I'm doing that video on my YouTube channel about it anyway.
Hanging in there. His office is locked.
To be honest, if I didn't
How'd you
start
in
work
there?
on it though, I probably would have saved the Uncharted video for later. Because now I think about it, it's like it's not really a topical thing right now. So there's not a real reason to do it right now. So I felt like around the time of The Last of Us, I felt like it would have been more topical. So I could have just waited for that. But it is what it is. I don't care enough to not make the video now that I've already written it and did some pre-prep and whatever.
High voltage lines. What needs this much power?
I love how I just said pre-prep, by the way, which is just saying whatever.
I
Oh, who cares?
understand the account number is in Mr. Lee's office, which is inaccessible. I will contact back as soon as
Okay.
That room I saw from the crawl space. It should be right on the other side of the shrine. Lee's parents. Looks like there's a keyhole in the frame. I thought Lee's parents abandoned him. Why build a shrine to the people who threw Lee's journal? Bet this fits the lock in the portrait.
Yeah, I don't really care. I already did this, so. Wait. Where is it? Where's the keyhole again? Oh, there it is. I'm an idiot.
Some kind of
Oh, fuck
puzzle
this
box.
puzzle. Forgot about this. Okay, so how does this work again? Huh. I forgot exactly how you're supposed to do this.
That seems right.
forgot exactly. But, okay. Oh, well, no, that's not right either. Okay. Huh. Okay, wait. Shit. I really hate these.
Yes.
There we go. Hate these sort of puzzles. But whatever.
Whoa. What are you hiding, Lee?
Come on, Lee.
Feel my power growing, feeding off my anger.
Whoa. This is the folder MJ found at the auction house. This might help us figure out what Lee's planning next.
Yeah, I don't care.
Phew. It's a burn room, wired to destroy evidence.
So I have also been watching a lot of UV9. Again, to get the confessional count and everything.
One more.
Oh, we have to overload it, that's what it is.
The police had found this. Or may. Don't want to think of what could have happened. Now, how do I get out of here?
Hello, Peter.
Mr. Lee. I thought you were out of town.
Did you find what you were looking for?
Martin, you're back.
Can get that.
Thank you.
And heading off again shortly, I'm afraid. Just needed a few things from my office.
You must have heard about City Hall.
Yes. Tragic.
Peter was there.
So
He was very
dumb.
lucky.
Ah, it's so
An
fucking
Osborn
blatant.
rally.
Like, it's so dumb.
Didn't know you were a fan. Well, what matters is you are both safe.
Amen.
But the bombers are still out there. Who knows what they've planned next?
I don't think you or May have anything to worry about. As long as you stay away from places you're not supposed to be. Well, I should go.
When will you be back?
When my work is done.
Okay. But I did finish writing the Uncharted video. I'll probably record it tomorrow. I don't know when I'll edit it together. I don't know if I'll edit it together right away, or maybe I'll try to get the Big Brother winner ranking video written first and then start editing stuff.
Wait!
Again, this game is so fucking blatant with its, like, tutorial stuff in it. Like, with all the tutorials like this, like being a tutorial for, or being a introduction to Lee's, whatever. It's like they do this a lot in this game. It's so dumb too. It's like we know what fucking direction he went towards. Like, why aren't we gonna go look? Well, whatever. So we're just waiting for the next main mission now.
Captain Watanabe.
I finally got your evidence.
Head to the Feast Center in Chinatown.
What am I going to find?
A nice lady named May Parker. And some really weird stuff hidden in Lee's office. But listen, he's got another attack planned.
Where? When?
Still working on that, but I think he's going to use something called Devil's Breath.
Sounds destructive. What is it?
A substance created by Oscorp. Probably a bioweapon of some kind. I have a folder full of info on it.
Oh yeah, Big Brother was tonight too.
I'll send copies as soon as I can.
And also on the feeds,
Okay, we'll check his
it's
office.
official that
If the
Ovi
evidence stands up, I'll
got
put out an
backdoored, and really sucks considering he has
MJ,
that
hey, just checking in.
power he won
Peter, hey.
from
Can I call you back?
the comp
I think you'll want to hear
today.
this. Wait,
Or
why
on,
are you
that was on
whispering?
the show today. The Wactivity
In the
comp,
middle
that's
of
what it
something.
was.
How about we catch up on
And it's
dinner?
pretty good power. It's actually really good
Oh,
power.
Sure.
If
Oh,
he
and
wasn't
cook.
already on the block.
Cool.
Like if he
See
wasn't
ya.
going home.
Wait. Remember
Which
how
he
you
is
told
going
me
home.
about
I mean,
Lee's
I
corrupting
think it's
touch?
pretty. Like I would
I
be
think I
mind
just
blown
saw
if
it in
he's able
action.
to somehow get the numbers.
How?
I just don't
Some
see it all
perfectly nice
working
homeless
out.
people just jumped me.
Um,
Thing is, they had glowing eyes.
So yeah, that would suck.
and I
if,
remembered Yuri telling me something similar
if I
about
was
the guard who
Ovi and
released
I had
Shocker.
that power
So Shocker
and
was
never was
working
able to
for me?
use it. Yeah, it's really good power. I mean, like it's
There's
essentially
more, but I guess we'll talk about it at
it's
dinner.
Yes.
automatic safety. Like if you're put on the block, it's essentially you're safe.
What should I cook?
I mean, it causes a lot of chaos too. I mean, okay, what are we doing? Okay, I guess we're waiting. I mean, it's after the initial nominations. That's the problem. Is that's
Oh, hi,
after
Doctor.
only the
How are
initial
you?
nominations.
Parker,
But if
exciting
you're
news.
on the
Come
block,
the lab.
well, I mean,
like
after
now?
initial nominations during nighttime,
This is my defining
if you
moment.
want to,
Can't
you
wait to show
can
you.
use it, and
Cool.
then
I've got dinner plans.
the
Can I come by
HOH will
later?
have to.
Dinner
The
can
two
wait.
people who
You
are on
need
the
to
block
see
are
this
automatically safe for the rest of the
Okay.
week,
See you
and
right there.
the HOH has to nominate 2 brand new
Wonder if
people
this means
on the
I have a
spot.
job again.
Like that's
Guess I
incredible
can stop
power.
by
I mean,
just
that's
for a minute.
and again, I don't feel like it's too overpowered either. It's not like the coup
Pretty close to
d'état,
blind.
where
I'll look for
essentially the
towers
coup
to
d'état
activate.
is the exact same thing except for that you get to pick the renom. And actually, it's after veto too. So it's like it's even more ridiculous. I feel like this is a nice balance to a degree. Power. Again, it's still strong, obviously, but it's like it's not a ridiculous. Like it's not gonna like completely shift the entire game.
Folks, I have to once again
Like the coup
defend
d'etat
myself against the
could.
spurious claims from McDonald Mac Gargan, aka the Scorpion. Yes,
There's that. But yeah, as I said, been watching a lot of BB9 towards the end of the season at this point. I think I have like 8 or 9 more episodes left. Yeah. I still stand by my opinion of BB9. I do really enjoy BB9. Actually, something like the Joshua week where Joshua goes home, that's actually a much better week than I remembered. It's actually a really great week of the show, in my opinion. But
Hey, Doctor.
yeah, like I'm towards the end. Like I just watched the episode where James loses the veto, the one
all
that
this
right before he
new
goes
stuff.
home, for the second time. And yeah, I mean, I remember when I originally watched the season, I was
need to
really
get better
rooting for
about
James.
organizing our- Where did you get all this
And
equipment?
I mean, I think you still have some sympathy. I mean, obviously he played pretty poorly
It's like we're starting over
at points, but it's like
but this time's going to be different.
You've been busy.
Just getting started.
I think my opinion of
It turned
Adam
out
as a
we've
winner
been
though
looking
is
at
kind of
that from the
changing.
wrong perspective.
Because at one point I was really low on him. Then I think on my last rewatch I became like pretty high on him, and now I'm kind of more so in the middle. I think Adam is I think Adam is a fantastic
Ready?
player. I think he's a very underrated player. As a winner though, I think I gave him a bit too much credit on his HOH weeks. And obviously him not putting up James at the final 6 is ridiculous. It's always been dumb to me. But yeah, I think I've always thought of him having a bit more control than what it seems like he's having. I do think he plays the endgame masterfully. I think from Final 5 on, he plays really fucking well.
This
But,
is all your fault, Norman, you son of a...
I don't know. Before that, it's kind of weird. It's like, I think he's masterfully. He's a masterful player
I know who
socially.
you're not voting for in the next
I think he's a
election.
very underrated
Sorry.
social player in the sense
I
that he's just a
have a
nice
habit of
guy.
making
I mean, he's a
bad jokes
good
attention
guy
first.
outside of the fact that he ran a drug ring right after the show. But again, like
It was a
within
good
the
joke,
house though,
Parker.
he was really just a nice guy that would
bit
like
of an overreaction
that
on
would
my part.
console people when
No,
they were crying.
don't worry.
and whatever. It's like
Why don't you take a break? I'll clean this up and
he's
get
just
us
a
ready
really
for
good
another day.
social player. And is smart enough to utilize those social bonds as well, which he does
So,
brilliantly towards
hope you
the
don't
end
mind me
game.
asking,
Again,
but
from Final Five on.
seems
From
you and
Final
Norman
Five
have a
on,
bit of a history.
he's very good at jury management.
We were lab
That's something
partners
else.
in college.
Again, I mean, like while the not putting
Became
James up at the
friends.
final six is really dumb from a strategic level,
Decided to
it's
start a business.
masterful from I should
We
say
both had
masterful.
visions of
It's good from
changing the world just
jury
in different
management
ways.
position, where it pretty much
were at
locks
Oscorp
in
when it started?
James's jury vote
I'm
for
half
him
the reason it's
at
called
the end of the game.
Oscorp. In grad school, everyone called us the O's. Add Corp to that, and, well, it is a catchy name.
Well, why'd you leave?
Norman became more and more obsessed with genetics. He started a project I considered unethical. And there was this... Anyway, lawyers got involved. I chose to
Yeah,
leave
I mean,
instead
I
for
still
some-
really enjoy the season though.
But that
I
money
think it's a
didn't
fun
last very
season.
long.
And
I've been
not
on rants
perfect.
ever
I mean, it's
since.
certainly not a top tier season or even a middle
This
tier
project
season, but
doesn't work.
it's
Don't
not
worry.
the worst season in the
It'll
world.
work.
I mean, I find
Let me just fix this up.
I find it better than like BB16,
I'll brew some fresh
BB19, BB2, BB4, BB1. Obviously, I think that's exactly where I have it. Right?
Be sure to run
I
a
remember right?
diagnostic on the control unit. Could be a short.
Okay.
No good. Gotta reroute this circuit.
Okay. Ah, shit. Okay. I guess we have to go the other way. Oh, wait, fuck. Okay, yeah, I can't see these numbers from where I normally sit. Okay, 5. So we want 5, and then we want like 4, 3. Doesn't really matter which one. Now we need the corresponding one, obviously. So I will be doing a Big Brother winner ranking next after the Uncharted
Why
video.
don't you do the honors this
I'm
time?
still unsure if... I haven't looked at my Big Brother winner ranking in a while, and I don't really know exactly where I'm going to end up ranking these people. Again, I'm still going to rate it on dominance. Because again, that's how I feel like you should rate a winning
did it.
game.
Next step, neural interface.
That's a lot of work for you to do by yourself.
Again, it's not going to be
handle
a
it?
rating of the
Apparently
winners
not,
as
judging
players
from
because it's a
today's
completely
debacle.
different list, and I feel
I
like
still haven't found another job.
it's
My
less
funds
fun
are
that
still-
way
I know.
too. But
It's okay. Don't worry. I'll figure it out.
in terms of dominant,
few
like
bucks
I feel
when
like
you're trying to change the
I
world,
feel like
right?
this video will be even more controversial than my
Changing the world.
my Survivor winner ranking. And people didn't like my Survivor winner ranking. Yeah, I thought that was like relatively
Missed call from
Like,
MJ.
like
Doctor, I need to go. but
consensus.
I'll
I
be
mean,
back
like with
later.
certain winners, with like a lot more winners than what my Big Brother one's gonna be.
What's that?
Because the thing is, I have Will ranked very low. To be honest, I think I do move him up a couple spots since I last rated the games, but he's still pretty low. He's still probably I'm pretty low compared to what other people would have him. I mean, so what? There's 19 winners. right now. I'm only gonna do main series winners. Not gonna do celebrity, OTT, or BB1. So 19 winners.
Hey, sorry I missed your call. We still on for dinner?
Dinner? Oh, yeah. I was calling you about something else, but yeah, we should talk over dinner.
Offer still stands for me to come over and cook.
Oh, really? Well, I like to take risks.
So I mean, let's just talk about it really quickly here. So I mean, Will, again, played.
All right, dinner at MJ's.
I mean, pretty much your typical game of Big Brother, like what your prototypical game of Big Brother, I feel like. But like kind of like the idealistic game. I don't know if idealistic actually. Either way, I mean, he played a good game, obviously. Like, I'm not discrediting that, but I do feel like in terms of a dominant performance, it's not. I mean, it's really not at all. It's actually completely opposite. And then, even then, like, I feel like he does get overrated for his BB2 game. Anyway, yeah, I think if this was BB7, I think it's a different conversation. But BB2, I do feel like he's relatively low for me. Lisa, I think Lisa's up one that, like, my opinion of her game went up a lot on my last rewatch, but I think, like, since I've thought about it, I think she's a bit lower than what I think I would give her credit for now. I think the thing is that she's another winner. Again, like, the first 3 winners, actually, are all of a similar caliber, in my opinion. Will, Lisa, and June, all non-dominant winners. I mean, yeah, I mean, I would say not dominant winners, but winners that were kind of under radar at points. Winners that were never really had much control. Well, I guess it's not really the case with June, though. So, I mean, like, really, I think Will and Lisa are kind of tough. I used to have Lisa, like, right above Will. I think I'll probably switch that for this list, because I do think both of them were on the outside. I feel like Will did more to understate his, like, I think Will did more to keep himself in the position that he was in terms of, well, it's tough. It is actually really tough. I feel like this sort of, yeah, I feel like it is pretty tough here, because the thing about Will, was in, like, he was essentially in a dominating position at the very beginning of the game, being kind of the leader of that Chilltown Alliance, but that crumbles apart right away. He loses Cheryl, who, I mean, wasn't necessarily an ally or anything, but was intended to be the pawn, and Nicole stays in the game. But, and, like, something else that irritates me about Will is that he keeps on claiming that he threw comps, when it's very clear that he didn't throw the first few comps, but whatever. Wait, what if, like, why isn't anything showing up yet? Whatever, we'll just swing around for a bit. But, yeah, I think he did more actively than Lisa, which I think is something I will, that...
Hey, MJ.
All right, I picked up a bunch of stuff at the store.
Might have
Can't wait to see what you
have
come
him
up with.
above Lisa.
Swinging over now.
Because the thing is, like, I think he does a lot of deal making. Obviously, he does a lot of, he makes deals with, like, Bunky and Hardy and Nicole and even Monica by the time of the end game. It's like he has all these deals, and it's like it is what keeps him safe. I mean, like, he's never actually controlling any of the votes until the final 4, but he is still in a position where people are keeping him around. Mind you, he's always, like, the second target, which isn't great. Like, if this was a veto, like a season with the veto, he's fucked. Like, he loses the game very clearly at multiple points in the game. Because, like, again, he's always, like, the second target. He's never, like, the first target. He's always, like, the second, like, the backup target. So, again, he's very, like, in a world of vetoes, he's fucked. And also, I think also in the world of vetoes, he more than likely goes home at the final 4. Because more than likely Hardy or Nicole would win that veto.
Here.
which would cause Will to go home,
So you know that address you gave me?
and more than likely Hardy ends up
MJ.
winning the game. So I mean,
What is this?
yeah, I feel like Will's a tough winner to rank. But then we get Lisa, who I think the thing about Lisa is I feel like she's essentially the Danny Boatwright of Big Brother, and again, someone who was in a not dominant position. I think that's actually the difference between Lisa and Danny, is that at least Danny was in a dominant position before the merge.
This is the address.
Well, Lisa never really was in a dominant position. She was kind of in that couples alliance. She was at the bottom of that couples alliance. Like, oh no, we're at this mission.
Might be something inside.
Shit.
That connects this to Lee. Need to get back there.
Huh? What was that? What dumbass can't put their shit away? Bet it was Happy.
Martin Lee's really paying the boss?
Yeah. We build this war beast for Lee. Lee finances the boss's new venture.
Yo, Rick!
Win-win.
Boss wants to talk to you. Get in here. You better clean this.
Need to get into that office.
Boss sees that, he'll be pissed.
What are they building? Is this all for Lee? Careful.
What's going on?
I heard something.
But yeah, I think it's tough because it's like because after Eric goes home, I do feel like Lisa does a masterful job of getting into that Jason and Danielle trio, and she's able to ride that out until the end, and then wins the final comp to win the game. The problem is that she's never in control of anything. Like, she's never in a position where she makes any of the decisions, and like literally never in a position until the final 3.
That guy's not going anywhere.
Oh shit! I'm an idiot. I was being an idiot. So like I do feel like it's tough. I do think I would rate Will over Lisa at this point, though.
Where is
Because I feel like he did more to control his own fate.
The hell? Someone there?
Yo, has anyone seen the 316 socket driver?
Get jumpy.
Saw something. Gotta check it out.
What is this? Some kind of office must be to my right. Need to move careful through here.
Hey, when do we get a new receipt saw? Yo, man. Why's the boss being so intense about putting GPS trackers on everything?
Protecting trade secrets. Doesn't want any word on grave dust leaking out.
Yeah, that's definitely not Lee.
Feels
Or
paranoid.
Who asked you?
Dave Fenoy.
Get back to work.
Those barrels seem important. Alchemax.
Why did that didn't go that poorly?
What's in these?
Boss, come on! We'll never notice!
Tombstone.
You're right, Rick. Won't notice.
Oh, maybe that wasn't Lee. Maybe that was him.
Cousin won't be there.
Anyway, yeah, June. I think June is above the other two. I think June had more points where she was in control of certain things. Like she was at least within the majority alliance for those first few rounds. She was until Dana flipped. And again, that's kind of something like the stuff with Dana flipping and then her siding with the Stooges for a while. That's kind of making me lower on my opinion of her as a player and stuff, but I still think overall she had more control throughout the game. There were, again, she was the dictating factor on the well, I mean, her and Allison were pretty much a dominant force during that end game there, starting with the final 6 on. So I mean, I do think she has more control than the other ones, so I do think she's clearly above them. I think we get to Drew, and Drew's a bit tough to rank. I think Drew, again, he's one that like started off in that Four Horsemen, which is like was a strong group. I wouldn't call them dominating force because they were only really in control for that first round.
Blueprints. An APC.
I guess really you could say first couple rounds. I do think him going after Holly, it wasn't great. It kind of weakened his position, so that's not great. Mind you, he's able to recover from that. He's able to do a lot of social work to really benefit his game, and again, he's able to get
Okay, I want to say
Diane on his side, which saves him towards the end of the game.
Anyway,
But yeah, he's another one that I don't feel like the thing is, not very dominant winner in terms of him making his own decisions, doing things on his own. I think getting the Holly move he did, which I don't consider a good move, and then also the I think the one that like something like the will vote, I think you should probably give him credit for. He was the swing vote there. I think the
I still can't believe they evacuated the entire building.
the other one, what was the other one? The well, the Karen stuff, like him being able to convince Diane to flip over to him, and Michael over
Let's talk about what you found in
Comus,
his
and
office.
Karen, I think that's really good as well. And yeah, I think he's a good winner. I don't know where I rank. I know before I ranked him above June. I don't know where I would rank him now, if I would put him above or below June. I think they're pretty close.
I'll dig into it.
I mean, I guess I would put him
So I was
above.
thinking, what if we teamed up?
I don't know. I could see him being below too. Again, I would have to really do a deep analysis of it, but just like talking it through, I think I would
No, not a
probably put
sidekick.
him above June.
A partner.
Oh.
Because there's literally no point where he goes home before the final five. Unlike June, where I do feel like June could have potentially have
Hey,
been
it's your
in
crime
trouble at
system
certain
thingy.
points.
Looks like a residential break-in.
Charles
But then again, I mean, I don't know. It's really tough. That's
sounds
really
familiar.
tough, actually. Maggie, I think Maggie's the clear number one out of the first 5 winners.
Wait.
I think she's
You don't think this has anything to do with
played
me,
a very
do you?
dominant game, completely controlled her alliance.
Sorry
The
to put you
problem
on.
I have with her game is the fact that everyone
Did you
hated
just
her.
leave your clothes on
I think
the
that's
kitchen
really
floor?
the main thing there. I mean, I used to take away from her with the fact that she only won in a 4-3 vote, where there are rumors that, like, supposedly Howie voted incorrectly. However, I think there's also rumors that Howie voted correctly, but lied to everyone else saying he voted incorrectly to remain friends with, like, James and Janelle and, like, to not piss them off. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm just going to take that entirely away from even the thought process here. So I do think I would probably, like, Maggie would be would probably move up a few spots from my last list, and definitely number 1 at this point.
Hey, it's me.
This curry is legit.
So what do we
We
know
got
about
Mike
Charles
Boogie.
Standish?
I think Mike Boogie's probably number 2.
Financial officer at
Out of the ones we
Oscorp,
talked about so far.
Single.
Yeah, I think
Known for his
Maggie's
art
in her own
collection.
tier.
If Lee's after him, it's got to be
I think
related to Devil's
he's
Breath.
above. I think he's above Drew. So.
Let me know the second you find
I
something.
think it had a
I think Lee might be
lot of
planning
help
something
from the
even
fact
worse
that
than
he had
City
Will
Hall.
in that game, but
Now? 'Cause it
still,
won't
I
feel
still
like
think he's a
Partners.
pretty high
Sounds good.
ranked winner. Fuck, I'm really tired.
See ya.
Yeah, we're done. Evil Dick, I think, is very clearly the bottom. Adam, yeah, Adam's tough too. Again, I think Adam's in that Drew and June tier. I think probably below them. I think there's more blatant mistakes with Adam than there are with June and Drew. So I think he's probably on the bottom of that tier. I think above Lisa and Will, though. Is Lisa the lowest winner so far? I just realized that. That's kind of sad, considering I actually really like Lisa. But whatever. Dan's tough. I think Dan is... Dan might be below Maggie. I think I used to rank Maggie higher than Dan. I think at this point, I think Dan might be below, but above, above Boogie. Trying to think. I think that's actually a pretty close thing. I mean, the thing is that Dan was on the outs for the first couple weeks of that game. Really, the first 3 weeks he was pretty much on the outs. I mean, he was completely on the outs on that for the first two, and by the third he was like kind of okay with certain people, and then by the fourth he was able to flip the game. But it's like, and then from that point on, pretty much dominates, quote unquote dominates from that point on. I mean, I would say him and the Renegades dominated the game from that point on. But yeah, it's tough there. I think, but like, yeah, I think he does rank above Boogie. I think the problem, like again, Boogie came in with the advantage of knowing Will. Boogie was also not really super, like, he didn't get his way during that first round for sure, and I don't think he got his way during the Diane boot as well. Was that the other one? I don't remember, but either way, and then also the Final Four, like both him and Will just completely messed the Final Four up. So it's like, yeah, I think I would put Dan at number 2 so far. Should I just go through all of them? Jordan's at the bottom of the ones we've talked about so far. Again, completely clueless throughout the game. Had no control or anything. Hayden, I think Hayden would probably be... The question is Hayden or Maggie. I mean, to be honest, I think I would go Maggie now. I used to have Hayden higher. I think at this point I would go Maggie, because the thing is that, like, yeah, I discredit a lot from Maggie because she was so hated by the jury, but it's like, Hayden won by 1 vote as well. Like, Hayden, it's not like Hayden won 6-1. Like, Bert and Rachel didn't like Hayden and voted for Lane because of it. It's like, I feel like when that's 2 of the jury members, that's not great. Yeah, again, very dominant player though, and I think another difference is that I feel like there's things with Maggie where you very clearly can say that's what Maggie did. I think with Hayden, a lot of his stuff comes shared with Enzo and Lane, so I do feel like that's a bit tougher to distinguish there. So I do think Hayden is probably number 2. Rachel, I'm so conflicted on what to put, where to put Rachel. I think she's at the very bottom probably. Oh no, I forgot Dick. I forgot about Dick when I was talking about. I forgot I was mentioning that earlier. Yeah, as Lisa, the lowest ranked winner. I forgot about Dick. But yeah, yeah, Rachel's above Dick, and so is Jordan. I forgot about that. I forgot Dick even existed. But Rachel, I think, is above Dick. I don't know about Jordan though. That's the one I've always questioned, because it's like I know a lot of people say, oh, Rachel was really benefited by production influence and stuff, and I mean, yeah, she was, but I still think she more than likely still wins anyway. Again, I've talked about this numerous times. Again, like, as long as she still wins that final 6 veto, which I think is still a likelihood, I think she still wins the season. Even without Jordan there, it's just you swap out Jordan for Shelly at the Final Four, and pretty much things, if you go through the comps and who won them and the relationships and stuff, it still plays out exactly the same. But yeah, so it's like I do think Rachel had more agency in her game than Jordan. I don't feel like Jordan ever really had any control of anything. At least Rachel had semblances of control at points, so it's like I might go for... I think a lot of her control came from comp wins, but still, it's like that's better than nothing. So, yeah, I don't know. Let's talk about the other winners tomorrow. I'm too tired, so that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching.